if he really did all the things he's saying, I hope that gets proven in court, and I hope he gets punished if he really did that. If he didn't do that, I hope he gets exonerated, and I hope he gets the fuck out of Romania. I don't know what he did.
When even Joe Rogan, the guy who has seen every insane celebrity meltdown, sits there with his jaw dropped, you already know it is bad. So hear me out. Nobody plays the game better than Floyd Money Mayweather when it comes to living loud, flashy, and borderline untouchable. But even the richest boxer in history could not outrun this storm, as the FBI just dropped bombshell revelations after raiding Floyd's private jet. And it is leaving even people like Joe Rogan absolutely floored.
I have a person with 20 million followers, but may not have 20 million in their bank account. So I choose fortune over fame.
Could you explain everything that's happened with the taxes over the last couple of days? Can you give us your...
Illegal substances, unregistered weapons, mountains of unaccounted cash. It is way worse than anyone thought. And the craziest part is this might just be the final blow to the empire Floyd spent decades building. So let us get into it.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about it. We're gonna get through this. That's tough because...
When news broke that Floyd Mayweather lost a massive $42 million lawsuit over his Manhattan apartment empire scam, everyone knew the walls were closing in, but no one expected what came next. And the lawsuit did not just cost Floyd his fake real estate empire. It triggered a full-blown federal investigation into everything he owned. And when the FBI decided to raid his private jet at a Florida hangar last week, it was game over. What they found inside was not just illegal but shocking enough to have Joe Rogan visibly shaken on his podcast. And Joe, who has interviewed criminals, survivors, and even FBI agents, sat there dissecting every gritty detail, stunned at how far Floyd had fallen. And trust me, it is even worse than you think.
He knows. A lot of people are acting like they know if you go read it.
Well, they want him.
Which is crazy.
They want him to go down, and they want him. He represents something. He represents toxic.
Get this, Joe kicked it off by breaking down how the raid happened. And according to federal sources, once Floyd's lawsuit exposed financial irregularities, a polite way of saying fraud, investigators got court approval to search his assets for evidence of money laundering, illegal transactions, and drug trafficking.
The one thing I don't get about this, well, I do get, I understand, people are actually want the charges to be true, which is crazy because that would mean a lot of bad shit to happen to a lot of bad people.
Yeah, I would rather the charges be incorrect. Look, Romania, I don't know what their system is like. I don't know whether they're corrupt. I've heard things, but I don't know. I don't have any real information. So I'd be talking out of my ass to say, if he...
Agents found hidden compartments stuffed with large stashes of illegal narcotics, not just for personal use, but enough to suggest intent to distribute. Along with unregistered firearms, some with serial numbers scratched off, a major federal offense, and over $4 million in unaccounted cash, neatly bundled and hidden in fake storage compartments. Joe shook his head mid-podcast and said it best: if you are hiding that much cash and guns in your plane, it is not just bad luck, it is a pattern, it is a whole damn operation.
Money made all day. Right here, the light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen, let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, was on the 20. Benjamin Franklin right here. Money made all day. We in the bank, doing what we do best, counting money.
And the craziest part is this is not some rogue behavior Floyd just picked up, as it fits a disturbing pattern that has been forming for years.
If anybody know about business, you don't keep that type of money in just regular account. So I had to wire the money from somewhere. Okay. So I wired the money to the account, and when I wired it to the account, I went straight to the bank. I go to the bank myself to make sure shit get done. Because the thing is this, I can't make all the money unless somebody else do all the dictating.
Joe did not stop at the jet, as he reminded everyone that Floyd's downfall really started with the Manhattan apartment scandal.
I mean, Floyd Mayweather, in this article, it states that he's spending $402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for investing into New York real estate.
Remember when Floyd proudly flexed his 62 buildings worth $42 million across Harlem and Upper Manhattan on Instagram, acting like he was New York's next real estate king? Except it turned out much of it was financed with shady crypto deals, fake partnerships, and money that never existed on paper.
My lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on the regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
The lawsuit exposed it all: fake leases, phantom tenants, inflated property values. And basically Floyd was not the next Donald Trump, but was closer to Fire Festival energy, a hollow empire built on hype and illusion.
Yeah. And I'm pointing like this because all of them, we're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on. All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
Joe went off on this point, saying that athletes who refuse to adapt after retirement usually crash harder than anyone. And Floyd, he is crashing in real time, and now the entire world is watching. And not only this, but Joe also dug into Floyd's other scandals that no one is talking about enough: the crypto fraud cases.
In the crypto world is competing with one another, whereas I feel like everybody should be able to choose what they want to choose and go with who they want to go with. I think everybody should work together. And what I always did was I believed in myself. Before anybody else believed in me, I believed in.
Floyd promoted several sketchy cryptocurrency schemes over the past few years, urging fans to invest in coins and NFTs that later turned out to be scams, and the SEC fined him for undisclosed sponsorships, but Floyd brushed it off with a classic Money Mayweather grin. Except now the crypto scandal has resurfaced hard, as feds believe some of that shady crypto money was laundered through his real estate deals and potentially even through cash discovered on his jet. And Joe's theory is if investigators link the crypto scams, the $42 million apartment fraud, and the jet raid into one giant federal case, Floyd could be looking at serious time, not just fines, but real time.
What caused it?
He was holding, so he wouldn't stop. Oh, Floyd was boxing him up. Yeah, so Floyd is just piecing him up. So Floyd, you know, I mean, even at 46, he's the greatest of all time. And this kid is really an MMA fighter. This is a tough guy. He caught Floyd a couple times, some little shots. But mostly he's just getting boxed up, right? Boxed up by literally the greatest boxer of all time. But he was holding on quite a bit and wouldn't let go and was trying to, like, hold and clinch and hit, which is something, like right here, which is something you can do in MMA. So he's protecting himself from Floyd, but he's not letting go. And so Kenny Bayless gets tired of him not listening and not letting go, and he pushes him off, and he says, "That's it, I'm stopping this fight. That's it. You won't listen to me, I am calling this fight." So he goes crazy and gets away from Kenny Bayless and just starts wailing punches at Floyd. Look at this, Floyd catches him with a counter right there.
Joe spent a lot of time dissecting how crazy it is to see Floyd like this, as this was the same guy who built an aura of invincibility, undefeated in boxing and untouchable in business.
Every day, chilling in the EWB Rolls Royce. For those that don't know what an EWB is, that's an extended wheelbase Rolls Royce. I need the leg. I know I ain't like that tall. Up 5'8.5". Some days 5'9". But it is what it is. Chilling, sitting right here watching the Thriller in Manila, Ali versus Frazier documentary. And check it out. Up top, every planet. In the bag, it's crazy. NBA YoungBoy, see all this? It's on its way to you. Let's go.
Joe pointed out that Floyd's obsession with maintaining the Money Mayweather persona probably drove him to make riskier moves than ever before, and instead of quietly transitioning into smart business after retirement like LeBron or Shaq, Floyd kept chasing the illusion of being larger than life by buying jets, chains, and skyscrapers, all to keep flexing.
Ask me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, you know, fighters fight, they make $3 million, $4 million, $6 million, $7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million. But I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100 million?
But how does that guy not pay taxes? How does the people around him, how do the lawyers that I'm sure that he employs, the financial people that are probably running his life telling him to stop spending $1 million a day, how do they not deal with his taxes?
Well, listen, he apparently had a tough time reading the thing, as they say. Like he didn't know what he couldn't read like
That's BS.
something.
That is
That
BS.
they said something.
Time out. He is paying. I'm sure he's got a litany of people in his world.
I happen to agree.
Financial management people.
You think
Somebody's-
so?
You know, how long before he's suing somebody for mismanagement of funds?
Listen,
you know that's happening.
You would certainly think so. By the way, they announced, I'll get your calls in a second, they did announce the pricing for Mayweather McGregor. $100 for a high def, $90 for standard def. So there you go. So it's exactly what the Mayweather...
Rogan also brought up the ugly truth about Floyd's tax fraud problems, something that has been lurking under the surface for years. And back in 2017, after his mega fight against Conor McGregor, Floyd famously bragged about earning over $300 million in one night.
I made $300 million in this fight. So that's why, you know, until this record is broken, this was the most important fight.
How'd you feel about the press conference overall?
I think it was interesting. I think kind of McGregor was entertaining. I thought I was.
But UFC legend Chael Sonnen later exposed Floyd, claiming that number was massively inflated and that Floyd was actually struggling to pay off back taxes from as far back as 2015.
The reports, you mentioned 100 million for Floyd. The reports are 130. First off, he's never gotten 100 million for a fight, not even remotely close. But there's reports of 130. Wow. There's reports online that Floyd's a billionaire. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete in this year and this over Cristiano Ronaldo.
You think it's bullshit?
I know it is. And there's public companies they do business with. HBO would be one of them. Find an executive to back the claim. It's never happened and it won't be.
And how do you know it's bullshit?
He makes very good, because I know the fight business. I've been in the fight business my whole life.
Public records even showed that Floyd had filed a petition asking the IRS for a payment extension, literally begging them to wait until after the McGregor fight so he could cover his debts.
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
You know, cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
And just when you think it could not get worse for Floyd, here comes Gervonta Tank Davis with a finishing blow. And remember, Tank and Floyd have a nasty history, as behind the scenes it has been pure venom ever since Tank left Floyd's promotional company, saying he was in a lose-lose situation.
Lose-lose situation. Now, what came out still on top?
With Floyd? You said, what was the lose-lose situation? What you mean?
This little situation that he put me in to make me lose, but he thought.
You talking about like a boxing match or?
Yeah, boxing match.
Ooh, if you don't mind. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Joseph Pedraza, my first world title. I was 16-0. I was 21 at the time, and I haven't fought in like 7 or 8 months. And around that time, I wasn't making that much money. I probably was making like $10,000 a fight. So 6 months is crazy.
but not fight. You know, so when they came back and was like, all right, you gotta fight. He was like, you gotta fight this fighter, which is Joseph Pedraza. If you don't fight him, you're not fighting. You're like sitting on the show. So I had to fight him. In the midst of all that happened, I got evicted, had to sell my jewelry. So now, and remind you, I'm letting the boxers that you talking about, I'm putting them on game, letting them know what's going on. Like, see, this was happening. Like, you feel me? I'm letting these guys know. So when it be like people saying they want to fight me, it's
like, how could you, nigga? I was the one that was giving you game when I was going through it.
Yeah.
When I was at the lowest part of my career, I was telling y'all niggas how so you wouldn't have to get here. And now it's like betrayal almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think Floyd did that intentionally?
Yeah, for sure.
Why? After so much time, after like, I guess, again, after what we think he helped you come into the game, he gave you the spotlight, like why would he try to diminish your career?
Because at that time, I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to bring him up. But it was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with his daughter off of the fact that she kept Snapchatting.
Okay.
Kept hitting me on Snapchat. So they said it to...
Tank publicly shaded Floyd, exposing him for being detained in Dubai months ago, way before these raids even happened. And Tank was not lying, as he knew what was coming, and he knew Floyd was crumbling from the inside out. And the real twist is it was not just legal chaos Floyd was dealing with, but personal chaos too.
That I was running at 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. But I knew for sure that wasn't going to be enough to beat me. It's cool. It's all right. I don't really think too much of it. He's not going to hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to be with him than be cool with him because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll put you in bad situations.
One of the biggest humiliations was the drama with Floyd's daughter Yaya Mayweather, and it all blew up when Ryan Garcia leaked the rumors that Yaya had been texting and chasing after Tank Davis on Snapchat. The same Yaya who already had a messy relationship with NBA YoungBoy and a child.
I already knew about all that though. Once Javante, Floyd Mayweather's daughter, that's not even a secret. That's not even that's not something I'm exposed to. Oh wow. After somebody did that to my daughter.
Right, I thought you and Jaco had the deal that you were gonna fight after the Haiti fight, and he said you were gonna lose.
Y'all not even gonna try to respond to that? But you guys are some pussies?
Nah, that's crazy. That's a fight right there. It's facts. Thank you.
That's a fight, bro. That's a fight. Sure.
Ryan, are you coming to the fight in July in Dallas with Mike Tyson?
Yeah, he's coming.
Of course.
Okay.
You're out here.
Javante Davis is gay.
Allegedly.
No, but that's okay. Say Javante, right? Because I've heard stories of Javante. Some girl told me that she put her fingers in it. That's fine. Hey. Wait.
Ryan says wild things all the time, but then Tank started throwing subtle shots and suddenly it was not so unbelievable. And Floyd's own family getting tangled up with his former protege made the optics terrible and hit Floyd where it hurts most, his pride. So while he is fighting for his freedom in courtrooms, he is losing his grip on his own legacy at home. And here's the real difference between past Floyd scandals and this one. He is not in control anymore, because back when he was still fighting, Floyd controlled the headlines. He could make $100 million in one night, and one Instagram post could kill a bad story.
Even Mike Tyson. But what's so disappointing with me, Skip? Floyd Mayweather has gone through this before. What is it that you don't get? And I'm even more disappointed because you're on Instagram and on Twitter flaunting your opulence. You got bales and bales of money. You might have 30, 40 racks up in front of you. You got Bugattis and Enzo Ferraris and private jets and yacht, and you big balling. And you won't cut these people their money? Now, Skip, I believe that he would have taken this fight anyway. It's hard to turn down $200, $300 million, Skip. But it looks to me that a major driving force between him, because I always thought it was Conor that wanted the fight. He wanted the big payday.
Yep.
But deep down, Floyd needed this payday because he got to settle the score. And let me tell you how the IRS works, Skip.
The fights are slowing down, the money is getting harder to explain, and the walls are closing in fast. And the FBI does not care how many belts you have got. The IRS does not care how many lumbos you bought in cash. And once the public turns on you, there is no flashy Rolex big enough to buy their loyalty back.
Why not? I mean, everything you got don't cost money. Everything you do costs money.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. Me, I'm loyal and honest. And I'm a good person. And I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. Without money,
The part that really struck a nerve with Joe Rogan and with a lot of people is that Floyd Mayweather spent 2 decades convincing the world he was invincible, and he was not just undefeated in the ring but undefeated in life. But this whole scandal shows that no one is untouchable, not even Floyd. And when you start thinking you are too rich, too famous, or too smart to get caught, that is exactly when you lose it all: the jet, the money, the empire, everything. Alright everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events and stories. Subscribe to Glove Lord and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.